So we will now start by removing the battery. I recommend discharging yourself of any electrostatic electricity. I'll take this knife and remove the two bottom plastic covers. There's the other. You take a Phillips screwdriver and remove these two screws. Then you can use a credit card to begin prying off the bezel. Until you hear it snap off. Same thing at the top. You begin to snap it off. The sides, the top, and then the bottom. This particular bezel does not have any adhesive. I'll put this off to the side. Then you will see 4 more screws that need to be removed. One here in the corner, another one here, another one here right by the hinge, another one here right by the other hinge. We can begin to carefully separate the back plastic cover from the screen. And then you can see here the 40-pin connector for this particular part is taped to the screen. So what I did is I carefully separated, because it is adhered to the screen, I carefully separate the cable, and I very carefully remove the tape from the sides. You don't pull this cable up, you maintain it in a horizontal fashion, and that's how you pull as well to disconnect it. So I'll put that away, lay it down flat, and you can begin to remove the screws. There are going to be 3 black screws on either side of the LCD. After you remove 3 screws on this side and 3 screws on this side, the LCD should be ready to be removed. And set it off to the side. And here I have the package where the replacement screen came from laptopscreens.com. And again, you want to make sure you have discharged yourself of any static electricity you may have on you. Very carefully unpacked it. You don't want to put too much pressure on the glass when holding it. So this is the new part. You want to make sure that you leave this plastic cover on until you are ready to remove it later on in the process. And the other thing I do is I compare. This is the old part. Put it side by side with the new part. Make sure that the connector is the same 40-pin connector and it is located on the same general area on the screen. As you can see here, it's an exact match, the connector. So I will now position the new part on the metal frame, being mindful that the connector orientation is correct. Then I can start putting the side screws, positioning the holes correctly. now we go ahead and reconnect the cable. It's a little tricky because of all the adhesive you have. And again, we want to plug this cable in without putting too much pressure on the logic board. And also you want to slide it into position while keeping it horizontal to the screen itself so that you do not damage the connector. Make sure that the cable has snapped in. Position the cable the way that it was originally with the adhesive. Begin to rotate the black plastic cover into place. Then put 2 screws on the top till all 4 are in place. On the inner hole, closer to the hinge, metal hinge, goes into the hole closer, the inner hole closer to the hinge. The video cable, make sure it snaps into the guides here. Should snap right into place. Always check to make sure that the cable stays in place, the video cable. At this point, I will grab the knife and remove the plastic protective cover from the screen. Again, before you put this on, make sure the cable is routed properly. I'll start to go ahead and snap it into place. Start from the bottom corners up, make your way up. Do not press on the screen itself, you press on the sides gently to make sure everything snaps into place. Snap the hinges and the bottom part of the bezel snaps into place. Be very careful not to put any pressure on the screen itself. I can go ahead and put the silver screws in the corner. Put the little black covers back on top of the bottom screws. Then I will close the lid, turn the laptop around. Put the battery back in. Snaps into place. And we turn it on. Assuming that the battery is fully charged, you can go ahead and test turning the laptop on. Thank you to laptopscreens.com for the great work they do and the great prices that they have.